Welcome back, guys, to part 3 of my playthrough of DayZ, Return to Chernarus. You may remember in the last episode we went to Staroy and fought off a zombie nun. And what we're doing now is leaving there and heading through the forest and the fields, heading west, making our way for the next castle that we're going to visit, another of the smaller castles. And on the way we're going to be making 1 or 2 stops, so let's return to the action. Oh man, we're getting there. Basically, Zub Castle is directly west of Rog, so if we keep going in this direction we should be pretty right, as long as we don't deviate too much. It'll be heaps easier if we find a map at some point. Oh, there's a road down there. Let's maybe head up towards those trees. What do we got here? A little shed of some sort. Just check for zombies. Usually the zombies will spawn in when you start approaching a building like this. But I can hear one down the hill there. Oh, there's another hut up there as well. And we've got to head up over that hill to get where we're going. Let's maybe check inside this building here and see if there's anything there. Just some tin cans. Alright, well let's keep moving west here. Just going to be careful I don't run into a zombie that might have wandered off down this hill. Basically, how the zombies seem to work in this is they will spawn in once you start approaching a building or a town or whatever. And then they'll kind of wander out from where they spawn. So if you wait long enough, they'll often wander away from the dwellings that you want to loot. And that's especially handy with things like deer stands where you want to investigate them, and you just wait a little bit and the zombies will tend to wander away from them, which makes it safer to approach. So we're back up to full blood now, which is awesome. My temperature's at 42 degrees. Because I've been running and it's daytime, so that's all good. We're looking pretty good so far. I mean, if you don't head into the major cities early on, if you get out and head north and head into the areas where there's not so many people, you're gonna last a lot longer in this game, and you can still pick up all the supplies that you need eventually. But what's that over there? That's like a wild boar. Nice. Beautiful, let's take him out. Now, I did actually check my pack, and I do actually have a hunting knife and matches that we picked up. I actually forgot about that, forgot that I had them, so that's pretty awesome. I'm just going to need 1 extra spot. Each animal has a different amount of meat. Let's gut this sucker. So basically that's what you use your hunting knife for, to gut animals once you kill them. And then we'll take the raw meat, and we'll just stick that in our inventory for now. And as you can see with boars, they do give you 4 meat. So just drink a can of Coke to make room, and then we'll have to cook that eventually so that we can eat it. And raw meat is really the best way to replenish your blood levels if you're playing a lone wolf style of game, because you can't get a transfusion obviously, and raw meat gives you something like 800 blood back, as opposed to your canned food, which gives you about 200 or something like that. So that was pretty awesome, finding a boar. There are animals, a lot of different animals in this game, but they're few and far between. So you have to keep your eye out for them and seize the opportunity to hunt when you do come across them. Okay, so let's head up here and we'll get across this road as quickly as we can, because you do tend to get some survivors that will travel along the roads directly, and I want to try and avoid people wherever possible. So we're still heading west up over this hill. And really, once you get your hunting knife and your matches and a hatchet in this game, you're pretty well set up to survive for quite a while away from the main dwellings. I mean, if you're relying on eating food that you hunt and getting water from ponds or whatever, you can last a long time, because all you really need from loot piles in buildings or towns is ammunition. So if you use one bullet to take down, you know, your wild boars or your goats or whatever you find to eat, you can pretty much make your ammo last a long time and survive a long time doing that. But of course, it's not going to be that exciting if you're hiding up in a bush somewhere in the forest. Ah, there we go. That, my friends, is our destination. It is Zub Castle. Kind of looks like the castle in... pardon me, I've been talking a long time. I've got a bit of a sore throat. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Camelot in Monty Python. Search for the Holy Grail. Off in the distance, you never get to see it. But I guarantee, guys, we are going to go up there and explore Zub. And there is a road directly up the top of this, and there's a lot of open land as well. So I'm going to have to be careful here and hope I don't get sniped by anyone. It's probably not a prime sniper location, but I always get an uneasy feeling when I'm sprinting across open fields like this. And I can tell you, it's not just being paranoid. I have been sniped a couple of times in previous games, mainly at the north end of Electro and places like that, where you get a sniper up in the woods just picking people off around the fire station and stuff like that. And I was sprinting across the open field trying to head north into the woods, and the guy shot me. He didn't do me too much damage, but I went prone and there was absolutely no cover, and he just took me out with a second shot. So that kind of sucked. But I mean, that sort of thing makes you wary in future of trying to stick to cover even when you are in an open field like this. So like keeping bushes and stuff, everything helps. But oh, there was a shot. Speaking of snipers, I've definitely heard a shot up there, up ahead where we're going. There's another one. And you do tend to get other survivors heading to these castles because they're pretty scenic. And you also do get a fair few loot points at it. So we have to be very, very careful here. And sometimes bandits will even make like a camp up there, like a tent city, and like hang out there and protect it. So we'll see how we go. There's a whole bunch of shots ringing out up top there. It doesn't sound like a Makarov, that's for sure. It sounds like something a little bit more high caliber. So we're going to have to scout this out pretty good and play it safe. I don't even have a primary weapon at this point, so I'm not really going to be able to defend myself so good against something automatic like an AK or something like that. Or even a Winchester would take me down pretty good unless I get lucky and get a headshot. But it's likely the dude is just fighting off zombies, so if we can avoid them. I'm just listening. If we can avoid them, that'd be the ideal scenario. And I might just check out this building here. They're obviously a fair distance ahead there, maybe over the brow of that hill, so I'll hopefully be safe if I head in here and see what we can find. I really want to find a backpack at some point. There's another hunting knife here. Nothing that I really need. Or nothing that I can carry anyway. And that guy's going to town with his weapon. Got loads of Makarov mags. They're very common, obviously. Okay, and that's basically all that we have in this building. Okay, I'm gonna head back this way because I think there's someone over in that direction. So hopefully they're leaving this area rather than coming to it. But we might skirt around the back of the castle and head in the back way rather than going through the gate like we did at Rog. So a few different weapons going on up there. I wonder if they're having a shootout. There's a zombie there. Sounds like a revolver. And I'm not quite sure what the other weapon is. It might be an AKM or something. Actually, we're here at the gatehouse anyway. But they sound like they're over the other side, so we'll head in through here anyway. And I really need a backpack. I have to be careful when you're inside a building like this. If you get too close to the outside walls, the zombies will actually detect you through the wall if they get close enough, just like there was no wall there. So you're best to kind of stay in the middle of the room so that minimises the chances of that happening. Let's where we want to go is that keep. So it's pretty much the same sort of setup as Rog Castle. What's this zombie doing here? He's just sitting there. He's like stuck in the step there, the entranceway. I'm just gonna check around here, make sure there's no people in this area here. Just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna have to take this zombie out because he's blocking the entrance. Hopefully none of the other zombies come over. Damn. There we go. Got the headshot on him. One of the better things. Oh, here we go. A backpack. Yeah. A checked backpack. These things aren't too bad actually. They're better than the starting backpack. So finally we can stock up on some gear. And once again, what I'm going to do is head up to the top of the keep just to make sure no one's up there already. And check it on the way up. Actually, oh, we've got an Atlas backpack. This is like the second biggest backpack in the game, so I'll swap this one out for that one. That is awesome. And you often do find backpacks in the castles. I've found from previous experience. Cool. We can stick some of this stuff in the backpack now. Yeah, one of the good things about the Makarov I was saying before is that it's relatively quiet when you fire it. Compared to, say, you know, a CZ or whatever, or even the revolver for that matter. It's just not super powerful. We've got some more Makarov mags here. Not a lot of stuff I need, but I'll probably, let me just check a backpack here. Let's stick some of this raw meat that we haven't cooked in the backpack for the time being. And some of this coke and a heat pack as well. Just organize things a bit here, and I might actually grab some of these mags, stick them in the backpack for later. So you can never have too much ammunition if you get stuck and you need to use it. It does run out very quickly against zombies. Not so much against other players unless there's a big group of them, because it's usually like a pretty short and sharp battle if you do come across someone. Let's have a look down there. So I think that town is Vishnoi. That's north. And we might actually we're actually heading north after this to head up to the main castle, Devil's Castle, which is the largest castle on the map. And that is actually not too far away from the Northwest Airfield, so that's our next goal, if we can make it there. I'm just having a look around as well to see if I can find any or see any other people in that. Scoping it out a little bit. Can't see anyone. I guess that person that we heard must have taken off. It's got some those power lines or something, telephone lines. Alright, let's head back down. I'm just going to be careful, just in case there's a dude coming up. And we'll maybe grab some of this stuff that we didn't pick up on the way up. There's a watch. Let's get that Makarov mag. And fantastic. So it's like 20 past 2. There's not a whole lot of reason to have a watch in this game, in my opinion, but it does help a little bit to tell what time of day it is in terms of daylight. Is there something there? I saw that. I saw the symbol appear. Well, that must be where that zombie died, maybe. I don't think he's got anything on him. There is sometimes a little bit of a glitch where zombies will kind of walk through or like sink into the floor in some areas of the map. So what do we have down here? I think there was just a whole bunch of Coke bottles and Coke cans and stuff like that. Some bandages, road flares galore. I'll just take that ACP speed reloader in case I come across a revolver, because if I can get a whole bunch of that sort of ammo and I find a revolver, I'll be sitting pretty. So I do prefer them to the Makarov, that's for sure. It's a little bit more powerful. I think it's the main advantage with it is it has better range as well. I don't think there's anything down here. So I guess that's it. So where we'll be heading next is north.